as a warrior of light once more.
Oh my god, it's the GOAT. What's he gonna announce?
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。
Does this mean Kiwami Kiwami is gonna be real? Yakuza 0 Director's Cut was just announced for the Nintendo Switch 2. I actually saw this coming because I had a dream where Yakuza 0 got a Director's Cut, so you're welcome guys. Hold on, I'm from the future, and I just got done recording this video. Something I forgot to mention is that this game was actually foreshadowed with pirates. In this video, I was like, that's pretty funny that they have Sagawa's likeness. Why would they pay for his likeness? That's kind of weird. But it's because of this game. Okay, back to the me from the past. Jokes aside, I think it's very on brand for RGG to be porting a PS3 game over to something with PS5 hardware. Never change, RGG, never change. But what do we know about this game so far? The Twitter account says that it's going to be the definitive edition of Yakuza 0, which technically it will be because it's going to have the most stuff. There's going to be new cutscenes, a new 4-player online mode, French, Italian, German, and Spanish text, and another big thing, an English dub. And you can actually hear it in the Switch 2 Direct. They dropped the trailer when I was recording this video, so let's take a look at that. Actually, hold on, the cover art is way better than the original cover art. This is no recency bias, okay? Look at the actors we have in this game, guys. Nah, Kurohyou and Majima have enough power to carry a whole game. Anyway, a big thing that people think is going to happen is that it's going to be exclusive to the Switch 2, which I don't think it's going to be. In the trailers and what RGG is saying, it just says coming to Switch 2. It doesn't say will be exclusively available on the Switch 2. They did this with Infinite Wealth. Oh, look at this game. It's going to be available on an Xbox and Windows. If it comes to other platforms, cool.
Be a man and see this through.
The dub is the dub. There's not really much to add on. What I know right now is that Yang Ye is going to be Kurohyou and Matthew Mercer is going to be Majima. I don't recognize the voice of any of the other characters, and I can't make out Nishiki's voice because all he does is scream. This cutscene where he screams is actually a new cutscene. Kurohyou's wearing his red and gray suit, so this has to happen at the end of the game. Whether it's a post-credit scene or just a new scene at the end, I don't know. There's also this scene here which I'm pretty sure is new, and it has some really odd lighting. That's one thing that kind of throws me off about this director's cut. The lighting got changed. Not that it's bad, I'm just used to the way Yakuza 0 looks. For example, this scene. This is Kamurocho in evening time. It's definitely higher quality in this director's cut, and the colors are a lot more vibrant than the original game's colors. It just kind of looks like the Dragon engine and the Yakuza 0 engine had a baby, and this was the result. But those exclusive and new cutscenes, it looks like they're actually trying with them, because look, the characters are moving, it's not just a slideshow. The Sega website also says that the director's cut content gives a deeper insight into key incidents and character backstories with never before seen cutscenes. That's a big thing to claim, because now you've opened up the door for everybody's backstory. Do we get to see Kiryu's parents die? Do we actually get to see Yumi? Do we get to see the Sunflower Orphanage? Well, I know it's in the game, but that's just one flashback. Do we get to see Saejima? Just to refresh your memory, this is a game that had a 12-year-old Daigo, a 12-year-old Ryuji, and a young Shinji. If they're gonna go deeper into character backstories, I expect to see things like this. Not characters thrown in for fanservice, I mean just acknowledging the bigger lore and bigger world of Yakuza. There are infinite possibilities. We might even get an explanation for why Majima decided to marry an up-and-coming 18-year-old idol and have unprotected sex with her, which completely ruins your perception of him as a character, because you go through this entire journey in Yakuza 0 about him falling in love, but then when you play Yakuza 5, it's like, what the fuck? This guy doesn't view love as sacred at all. This dude just went and had sex with an 18-year-old idol that he just got married to, even though she's 18 and just became legal, which is really weird and disgusting. But who knows? Let's tamper our expectations a little bit. This kind of multiplayer mode is something that we've never had before, and it's kind of like zombies. 4 people fighting off waves of enemies. Wait, zombies? There are 60 playable characters, which is technically true, but 8 of those characters are Kurohyou and Majima's fighting styles split up. I know this only shows 3 Kurohyous and 3 Majimas instead of 4 Kurohyous and 4 Majimas, but that's because the other 2 are locked. It's their legend styles. So I guess you're gonna have to play the story to unlock characters for this mode, or maybe it's just these characters that are locked. Honestly, I'm really excited for this mode, and I'm really interested in seeing what they do with these characters and their movesets. Outside of Kurohyou and Majima, none of these characters have been playable, and some of them have never had their movesets reused in other games, so it's gonna be really interesting to play these characters for the first time. One thing I'm afraid of is that they're gonna do the same thing with this game mode that they did to the Gaiden Coliseum Fighters, where if you're not a protagonist, you don't get a full moveset, and all you get is one string of combos. This isn't a problem for all of these random NPC characters, and Tachibana, because that guy can barely fight. And it's just really hilarious that you can use him as a character. Like, what's he gonna do? Just spam team up heat attacks? That'd actually be really cool. But anyway, I don't think it's a problem to have these reused basic ass movesets for all of these random NPC characters, but for the bosses and the main characters, they should all have fully fleshed out movesets. Well, it doesn't have to be fully fleshed out, just movesets that aren't completely bare bones. This game mode is clearly not finished anyway. Whoa, he's using brawler style. That's not brawler style. I was gonna end this video, but there's one more thing that I forgot to mention. Licensed music. Bubble plays in the trailer, and if you don't know Bubble, that's the intro song of Yakuza 0. The original English release never got Bubble because it costs money to license a song. But RGG has changed their minds about this, and has been really good about licensed music ever since Kiwami 2. The English version of Kiwami 2 has licensed music, the English version of Judgment has licensed music, the English version of Like a Dragon has licensed music, and so on and so forth. But the big one is that when Kiwami came to the Switch, it had Receive You Reborn. This is a remix of Receive You, obviously, but it was supposed to be Shimano's boss theme in his second boss fight. It's not in the original Kiwami releases, but it's in the Switch Kiwami. Which means there's a very high chance that this sort of thing is applied to Yakuza 0 too, and it gets Bubble. And everyone's happy. Yay! I was actually going to record a video on Kiwami 3 that I just got done writing, but then this whole thing happened, so that's not going to happen yet. What does Kiwami 3 have to do with this? Because Kiwami games have a chance to look at the lore and expand upon it, and this game is going to have new cutscenes that could do that too. I'm just really interested in seeing what they do with this. It's RGG, there are infinite possibilities. 0 is also one of my favorite games in the series, and if you're telling me that it can get better, I'll be there day one. I'll pre-order this game right now. Yeah, maybe we're not pre-ordering this. It's more like Yakuza 0 expanded and enhanced.